Wattpad cover tutorial. How to make a Wattpad book cover. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel. Wattpad is a fantastic platform that you can use to publish your short stories or a book that you have written if you are a writer. It also gives you the opportunity to read some of the other users' stories that they have written. So as you can see here, this is what the homepage looks like. And there are some of the best sellers right over here. As you can see, they're being displayed. As you travel down this page, you will also have the editor's pick. You can also see a few of the other books according to your liked books on the platform, and then some of the other categories that you have liked in the past. So there are also some top picks, talk of the town, and then some more editors picks. So as you travel back up to the page, you would like to go over to the right hand side, and you can actually see your account details right over here. Now the options that you see here is there is an inbox, there's notifications, and then there is a library, and this is where you will keep all of your books that you yourself have written and the books that you are actually reading on the platform. You can also change the language, and you can also change the settings for your website. Right at the top, there is a My Profile, and we're going to just tap on that My Profile. And as you can see here now, this is basically what your interface looks like. So you can change this profile picture right over here, and you can also change this cover image. You can also see that you have a certain amount of short stories published. You also have a reading list, and you also have followers count over there. Now on this page, there is an edit profile, and once you tap this, you'll be able to change the background image. You'll also be able to change your profile image. You can also change your name, and then as you can see down over here, there are also a few other things that you can change. So pronouns and your about, your website, location, and you can connect some of your social media to this account right over here. Once you are done with that, you can go back into your homepage, or you can access publishing a short story right from here. So as you can see, there is a write tab at the top here, and once you drop that down, there is a create a new story, and there is also my story. So now this, of course, are the stories that you have written, but for now what we're going to do is we're going to tap on create a story. So right over here, basically you can outline your actual story, and so you can enter the title of your story. You can also enter a description, and it gives you some information here. It says stories with descriptions get 100 times more reads than stories without descriptions. So you can enter your description in over here. You can also enter in your main characters. So this is quite interesting. So you can enter a name in over there, and then right next to that, there is a little plus sign. You can enter an additional name in. You can also select a category in terms of what category your book falls in or your short story falls in, and you can also add some tags. You can define the target audience right over here, and then it is basically divided up between age categories. You can also choose your language and your copyright details. You can also rate your story mature or for all audiences. And then we get to the part where we are actually going to create and upload a cover for our short story or our book. So once we tap on this on the left hand side, it says add a cover. We can tap that, and it says stories with a cover image get 23 times more reads than ones without. So of course, this is an important element. It also says that this must be in PNG, GIF, or JPEG format. It must be smaller than 2 meg, and the recommended cover dimensions, it states right over here, is 512 by 800 pixels. And if you want to know more about that, there is a little learn more tab you can tap on. But for now, we're just going to say okay, and we are going to say create cover. Now, if you already have a cover, you can tap on the upload cover. But for now, we are going to tap on create cover. Now, you might be familiar with this app. It takes you straight into Canva, and now you can actually use Canva within the Wattpad app. So it has opened it up automatically, and it has given all the details to Canva that it needs to create a book cover. So right over here on the left hand side, it is already pre-searched Wattpad book cover. Now, I can only imagine that these book covers are in the correct dimensions or pixel size that are recommended, and also when you save this book cover, it'll actually be in the correct size, which is below 2 meg, and it'll also be in one of the few formats that are acceptable by Wattpad. So the first thing we want to do is, if we have already written this book or the short story, we want to sort of have a look at what templates are going to be appropriate for our story. So let us have a look perhaps at something like one of these over here, and let us tap the one that we'd like. So I'm going to tap this one over here. It basically gives you a preview, and it also allows you to now edit this entire book cover. So right over here, we are going to close this toolbar for now, and now we just have all of the tools on our left hand side. Another option is to actually just open Canva, and so you can actually use Canva in a full window. So as you can see here, this is actually quite a small window. So you can actually close this, and then you can just open up a new tab. You can go to canva.com, and you can actually just design one straight over there. It's exactly the same. However, I'm using this specifically because it is going through Wattpad. So as you can see here, this book cover we can now change. So let us go in by taking the text over here, and we are going to double tap on it, and now we can actually enter our own text. So this is the name of the book, and we can adjust this text to suit our needs. So once you tap on it again, as you can see here, you can drag this box to be a little bit wider, and let's do the same on the left hand side. You can now see that this name is in one line. We can then go ahead, and while it is selected, we can change the size of the font right over there on the toolbar on the top. You can also change the font style itself. So if you tap on the left hand side, the font style, you can go down here and you can change it to whatever it is that you'd like. This looks quite interesting. We're going to just tap on that, and as you can see now, the font is actually changed. At the bottom over here, you'll see it says a novel by, and we can change this, and we can say a short story by, and then we can actually put our name or your name right over here. Once we have sort of defined what it says over here, we can now also change the color of the text. So once we actually tap on that text box, you can go up to the toolbar at the top, and it says text color. You can now change this text color to whatever it is that you'd like. Now, one of Canva's awesome features is actually taking colors straight from the image on the background of your template. So as you can see right over here, it says photo colors, and these are all the colors that are featured actually inside this photograph. So if you don't want any of these colors, you can actually just go straight up and you can pick your own color, and it says add a new color, and you can now change it to whatever it is that you want. I'm going to go ahead and make it a big bold red, and at the bottom, if you want all of the text on your template to be changed from this particular color to that color, you can just tap on change all, and it'll automatically change all the text color. Now, another element that you can see over here is the image of the hands being held, and what you can do is you can actually replace this image, or you can edit it. Now, once you tap on edit, it'll bring up a bunch of tools that you can actually edit the image itself. So you can change a bunch of the details here. You can see that there is a color change, and then you can also change the secondary color, and let us go in and let us put something noticeable here. You can see now that there is a blue-red tinge over here. On the toolbar, you can also change the transparency of the image itself or the element, and you can just move that up and down as you would like. So adding additional elements, on the left hand side you'll see an element tab, and once you open that, there are a bunch of different elements, all the way from photographs, videos, and audios that of course we will not be using right here, but there are also graphs, there are lines and shapes, there are charts, tables, frames, grids, and there are a bunch of other collections that you can actually use here. So let's say perhaps we are going into graphics, and we can say see all, and these are all the graphics that are actually available. What we can also do is we can use the search bar and we can type in whatever we'd like, so we can now actually find graphics according to just our search bar. For now, I'm just going to use this magic recommendation. Basically what you can do is you tap down and you can drag it over to your image, and you can just drop it down. Now of course you can't really see it on the background here, however I am going to just enter it in, and you can see that it is in fact there. You can now also change the style of the element that you have just entered in over here. And a very interesting thing that you will see when you are doing designs on Canva is it has little rulers and lines to show you where your positioning is. So as you can see here, there are some purple lines, and that is just showing you that it is center and center of the image. So center from left to right and center from the top to bottom. Once you are happy with your book cover, of course, you would have to put some time in to make sure that your book cover looks a lot better than mine, because mine obviously doesn't look very appealing because this is an example. You can now go up to the top right-hand side and it says use cover, and you can tap on that right over there. Basically what it does is it takes all of the details and the recommendations that your Wattpad book cover needs, and it enters all that information for you automatically, and there your book cover is. Now you can continue to go on and publish your short story or your book, and you can have people read it right here on this platform, Wattpad. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave us a like. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to hit us up with a subscription, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers for now.